All right, Shalom Akim. Want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and Well. And much peace, safety, and blessings to the local elect throughout the four winds, pushing this truth and sincerity and diligence. All right, as a brother Loyal from the Great Millstone, Lake Charles, Louisiana, I'm coming back again with another quick lesson. And as always, Lord will be edified to the elect. All right, so I basically just want to, go in the spirit and the times that we're approaching, we're gonna basically be be defamed, all right, be demonized, okay. But what? Knowing that these things should come, we shouldn't be in the spirit of fearing. We should all know that what Yahweh Shem Yahushua controls everything, and by the Lord controlling everything, we have the records and the multiple accounts to keep us comforted while approaching these times, and also going in those times, and real quick, and that's why we're in the process of getting our impurities out of us and also building up our faith. All right, because when those times meet us, the only thing that we're gonna basically go back upon to meditate is these scriptures. All right, that's what's gonna keep us stable. So I'll start with that scripture. This is Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation, the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is his treasure. All right, so by us fearing Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we're gonna always gravitate towards this truth. All right, the true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, that's what's gonna keep us stable in those times. Knowing how the Lord delivered Job when he was going through it. All right, knowing how the Lord delivered Yahweh Shai, when he was going through it. And that's basically gonna be the main account, touching upon this video. All right, because our big brother Yahweh Shai, he laid his life down for us, so that we could be reconciled and brought back into the fold, to where we could be found blameless and without spot. All right, because you have these the higher ups, the elites of this world. All right, hey, they're controlling the media. All right, they're like I said, man, they're gonna defame us. They're gonna say twist our words around. They're gonna be putting our videos up on the news. All right, labeling us as terrorists, and we know that we're not no damn terrorists. We're just bringing out the truth. We're pulling down the strongholds of this wicked kingdom through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of scriptures. All right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, so brothers shouldn't be in the spirit of fearing. Brothers shouldn't be in a spirit of fearing. You gotta actually and really believe that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna bring you through those obstacles. All right, this is Joshua chapter 1 and verse 9. All right, it says have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for Yahweh Shem Yahushua thy power is with thee whithersoever thou goest. All right, so those spirits and those angels of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to always stay camped round about you. And you actually have to believe that. You actually have to believe that. And hey, man, just cast the burden upon the hands of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. To hell with these damn devils got to say, because ultimately we know that we're about to receive a kingdom. Something that's been promised to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives from the beginnings of time. Since the foundation was set up. All right, and now you have the laying of our hands upon this truth. All right, so it's evident that our salvation is way nearer than we believe it. Even so now. Seeing that these prophecies are coming to pass, So brothers, man, shouldn't be in that spirit of fear, And because we're gonna we're gonna be put in certain situations to where you're actually gonna think you're gonna cause what? Let me grab that real quick. You're actually gonna think it's gonna be no way out, This is Luke chapter 22 I'm gonna start at verse 40. All right. I'm gonna start at 39. All right. It says, and he came out and went as he was wont to the mountain of Olives, and his disciples also followed him. And he went, Salakia, and when he was at the place, he said unto them, pray that ye enter not into temptation. And he was drawn from them about a stone's cast, and kneeled down and prayed, saying, Father, if thou be willing, remove this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done. So Yahweh Shai actually knew the things that he was gonna have to overcome, that he was actually gonna have to go through. And what he said, he was like, man, hey, if thou be willing, please remove this cup from me. But what? The Lord didn't even answer. Yahweh Shai had to go and do that. Did Yahweh Shai turn away from it? No. He went through that thick darkness. Those perilous times. Just so that we can be brought back into the fold, and we're gonna go through harmful times also. But the point that I wanted was in verse 44. I'm gonna continue to read verse 33. It says, and there appeared an angel unto him from heaven, strengthening him. So Yahweh was comforted at this point. It says, and being in an agony, he prayed more earnestly, and his sweat was as it were drops of blood falling down to the ground. So agony, when you went to that word, it's basically like mental, the depression, so to say. All those thoughts, was basically messing with him. When he went through these things, man, your mind in that time, if you don't have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, if you don't fear and really trust in Yahweh Shai, you're gonna be easily driven away. But what? Yahweh Shai girded up his loins like a man, and he endured through it. And he tells us. He tells us what? We're going to be able to do the same thing. We're going to be able to endure it. This is Hebrews chapter 2, verse 17. Wherefore, in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brother. Because what? He knew that his brother was going to go through these things in these times. All right. It says that he might be a merciful and faithful high priest in the things pertaining to the Most High, to make reconciliation for the sins of the people. All right. To basically have Israel restored again. All right. And that's going to be done through the elect. Okay. It says, for in that he himself have suffered being tempted, he is able to secure or basically be an aid unto them that are tempted. So in those times, the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai is going to comfort us. That hey, you're going to have, if you don't have the brothers around, because that's going to be another source of comfort. Your family, they don't give a damn if you are bringing this truth out. They don't give a damn if you're going out on the highways and hedges. They don't care if you're trying to wake up the elect to get up out of here. Why? Because what? They are those ones that spoke about in Micah 2:10, the ones that they actually stayed conformed to this world. They didn't totally arise and depart from this place. They can't get you out of here. And that's why, man, hey, to hell with the so-called family. The only family that you really have in this truth is the brothers. It's the brothers. I'm not saying be a nigga towards your family, but hey, man, business is business. You have to actually understand how to separate these things from business and personal feelings. And that agony that was spoke about in the scripture with Yahweh Shai. Hey, Yahweh Shai, when he was going through those moments, he picked up on his parents. With Mary. How she raised him up. We're gonna have those same things. Go through those same things. But what? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, we're gonna actually be able to overcome it. All right. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2. I'm gonna start at chapter 2, and I'm gonna start at verse Verse 3. It says, therefore thou endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach. You know, no man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier. You know? So, in order to get to where we're going, all right, which is what? The kingdom, all right, and overcome these things, we must endure hardness, all right? We must endure what those hard times, being defamed, okay, being talked about, being labeled as terrorists, all right, having FBI's watching videos, you know, CIA, certain things of that nature, you know. Those times are gonna be like no time ever seen before. Why? Because the devil knows that he has a short time to rule, all right, which is who? The so-called white man, all right, Esau. He knows that he has a short time to rule. Every kingdom went through this, you know. When that kingdom was about to fall, you had the Lord raise up his men, you know, or the men that was what, in captivity, all right, to prophesy against that same kingdom. And then what? Once it was spread throughout the four winds, the kingdom fell, all right, and a new kingdom was risen up, you know. So, hey, man, we must suffer persecution. We must suffer persecution. Real quick. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 12. It says, I'm going to start at verse 10. But thou hast fully known my doctrine, manner of life, purpose, faith, long-suffering, charity, patience, persecutions, affliction, which came unto me at Antioch and Iconium at Lystra, where persecutions I endured. But out of all of them, Salakia, but out of them all the Lord delivered me, you know. Yea, and all that will live godly in Hamashiach Yahushua shall suffer persecution. You know, it didn't say you might suffer persecution, because what? That our temptation is gonna meet us all, you know. But what, man, through all of it, what? It's gonna be Yahweh Shem Yahushua to deliver you from these things, you know. It gotta be of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, because what? We know that the Lord's will is going to be done no matter what. You know, no matter how you might think you can go about a situation and do something on your own, you know, you got to tap out of this spirit, you know. It's the only way out is cleaving unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, that's the only way out. This is 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse all right, verse 20. I'm gonna start at verse 20. For what glory is it if when ye buffeted for your faults ye shall take it patiently? But if when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently, this is acceptable with the Most High. All right, and real quick, let me go to the book of James. You know, because what? When we'll basically have to wait on Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That just validates the previous point. You know, we have to wait on Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and it says what? Patiently wait for it. You know, wait quietly. You know. We're gonna be in haste, but what? The Lord is gonna work according to his own schedule, you know. So in those times we must be patient, you know, because if not, you'll give up the ghost, you know. This is James 1, and I'm gonna start at verse 3. You know, because in those times it's gonna be faith testers, you know. It's I'm gonna start at verse 2. James 1 and verse 2. It says, my brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. All right. So what? Man, patience is going to increase your faith. All right. Because what? You have to rely on that source. Who is that source? How about Shemel Shai? You know, you can't do nothing on your own, according to your own will. All right. But the point was, you take it patiently. This is acceptable with the Most High. So it's beautiful and pleasing in the eyes of Yahweh Shema Shai for you to wait and call upon Him. You know what else can you do? You know, it says for even here unto were ye called, because Hamashiach also suffered for us. Backing up the point in the book of Hebrews, it says, leaving us an example that ye should follow after his steps. You know, that ye should follow after his steps. Because what? When Yahweh Shai was brought up to punish Pilate, man, the Lord was found with no guile. You know, he was found with no fault before the kings of this place. You know, well, at that period of time, you know, it says, who did no sin, neither was guile found in his mouth. You know, so he was blameless and without spot. That's basically what it's telling you. You know, all Yahweh Shai did was the same thing that we're doing. You know, going out, giving the word. You know, feeding the flock. All right, and putting his trust and faith in Yahweh. You know, that's all it was. You know, it says, verse 23, who when he was reviled not again. When he suffered, he threatened not, but committed himself to him that judged righteously. You know? So, man, Yahweh Shai wasn't conducting himself like a nigga. You know, he knew that what? Yahweh controlled all things. So if something was going to be done, it was going to be according to the will of the Most High. You know? He really trusted and believed in it. You know? For our sakes. You know, so that we can be brung up and do the same thing, you know, and that's beautiful, you know. Like, man, yeah, Yahweh Shai really held it down for us, you know. So how much more in these times that we're gonna be defamed? To hell with that. Hey, we have a kingdom that we're about to get, you know, and what the scriptures say, through much tribulation we shall enter into the kingdom. All right, so this won't be no joyous walk, especially the times that we're approaching. Let me get to the tongue. This is Luke chapter 23 and verse 13. It says, and Pilate, when he had called together the chief priests and the rulers and the people, said unto him, ye have brought this man unto me as one that perverted the people. And that was their accounts of Yahweh Shai. You know, it say, hey, you brought him to me as if he perverted the people. And behold, I, having examined him before you, have found no fault in this man touching those things whereof ye accuse him. You know? So yeah, we're gonna be accused of multiple things, you know, multiple wicked fucking accounts. But to hell with it, you know, because what? We know in the eyes of Yahweh Shema Shai, we're not gonna be found without gall in our mouths. You know, we won't be found because that will make us like us a hypocrites if we out here breaking the law but telling other people that they have to do certain things and turn to the Lord. If we haven't started with ourselves first, you know, that's total blasphemy. All right, according to the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of scriptures, we're not doing anything wrong. You know, but what? Being that everyone doesn't get a piece of the pie, you know, we're gonna be accused and demonized. You know, that's really what it stems from. It says he committed, Salakia. Verse 13, it says oh no, that was the previous verse. But yeah, and even in this, Yahweh Shai committed himself to the Most High. You know, because he was found in the hands of the kings. You know, before them. But what? He was blameless and without spot, you know. he was blameless and without spot before the people. Before the people, you know, it was nothing that he actually did wrong, but they knew that through him, law was gonna be established. All right, and Jake couldn't be niggas no more. That's basically what the whole fuss was about. Jake had to be subject to order when Yahushua was put on the scene. All right. This is Psalms chapter 32 and verse 2. I'm gonna start at 1. It says, "Blessed is he whose transgression is forgiven and whose sin is covered." All right. And we know that through Yahushua dying, the sins of the elect are gonna be covered, you know, with the precious blood that was shed. All right. And due to the sins being covered, this is how these men are gonna be found blameless and without spot. All right. It says, verse 2, "Blessed is the man unto whom Yahweh Shem Shah imputed not iniquity, and in whose spirit there is no guile." You know? So, man, you actually have a certain amount of men, which is who the elect, all right, that's going to be found blameless and without spot, and in their spirit is no guile, you know? Because these were those that was set up from the foundation, that has the same spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah. All right, that's going to be proclaiming righteousness throughout the four winds. All right, putting up videos, going out on the highways and hedges, and edifying the flock. All right, this is what this thing is about. No guile. When his spirit was no guile, and I wrote a couple words, definitions down for the word guile in this particular verse. It says deceit. You know, there was no deceit within these men. No slackening, no treachery, no betrayal of trust. You know, no disloyalty. You know, because we're gonna trust in Yahweh Shem Shah. You know, it says backstabbing. We won't backstab Yahweh Shem Shah. You know, when those times come, you can do nothing for against the truth, but only for the truth. You know. And these men are actually going to do what they're commanded to do. All right, nothing else. They're not going to start up their own doctrine. They're not going to go up and add to the book. You know, they're not going to do it because these men have been commended. All right, which basically means to be sent forth by Yahweh Shem Shah. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 9. All right, it says, "For I think that the Most High has set for his apostles last, as it were appointed to death." All right. "For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men. We are fools for Hamashiach's sake, but ye are wise in Hamashiach." All right. "We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised." And that's why we are going to be defamed and spoken about wickedly, you know. Because we are despised. And I had everyone's switches come on, and there will come a point before we get up out of here, going back to Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, people will see that we were the men of the Lord, you know, and they're gonna be like the scriptures say, anguish and groaning of the spirit, you know. But we're despised because everyone puts their trust in Esau, you know. Everything that Esau says, they'll take heed unto it. It says, "Even unto the present hour we both hunger and thirst, and are naked and are buffeted." You know, Yahushua was buffeted. All right. If you look at the buffet symbol, it is basically a circle that keeps going in a continual path. You know, meaning we're buffeted continuously. You know, Yahushua was buffeted, and he had people surrounding him in a circle. You know, all around. Likewise with the men of the Lord. Okay. And his was way more worse than what we're going through, you know. It says, "And have no certain dwelling place." All right. It says, "And labor, working with our own hands, being reviled, we bless." So everything that we go through, we give our praises and glory to Yahweh Shem Shah. It says, "And being persecuted, we suffer. Being defamed, we entreat. We are made as the filth of the world, and are the offscouring of all things unto this day." All right, because what, man, the lot of a prophet is not just this easy duty to take upon. That's why you had prophets like Jonah. He was running away from it, because he knew the things that the prophets were actually going through. you know. But what? Hey, through it all, the true men of the Lord are going to count it all up and give all the glory to Yahweh Shem Shai. We're just vessels that's being used. That's all. And we're hated for doing what's right. So these people really don't have nothing on us. These people don't have nothing on us. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse I'm gonna start at verse 9. It says, "Then they shall deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake." All right. So yeah, when they deliver us up, when they have these things floating on the media, the brothers videos might be put up. All right. We're gonna be hated for the name's sake of Yahweh Shem Shai. But so what? The Lord is gonna come and deliver us. The Lord is gonna come and deliver us about this bullshit. But it takes for you to actually trust and believe in it. All right. It says, "And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another, and many false prophets shall arise and deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." And you're gonna see that when we're being defamed. The love of many is gonna wax cold. You're gonna see who are actually the men of the Lord. You're gonna actually see who really trust in these scriptures. All right, not just a show that's being portrayed. All right, because the Lord wants you to be all the way in or all the way out. All right, going back to the book of Revelation, you either be hot or all the way cold. All the way hot or all the way cold. There's no in between with the Lord. Either you're going to do the will and do the work of Yahweh Shem Shai and strive for salvation, or you're going to just totally be in the world and ultimately be destroyed with the world, That's just what it amounts to. This is John chapter 15 and verse 19. Well, I'm going to start at 18. "If the world hates you," well, you know what? I'm going to start at 13, all right? Because what? It all started with Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai laid down his life for us, and he was persecuted. He was defamed, all right? So this is John 15 and 13. "Greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends." Yahweh Shai was persecuted so that we can be persecuted, to where we can be brought back into that fold. He did that for us, It says, "Ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called you friends. For all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you." Only to you, only to certain men have these mysteries. These things have been imputed into what? Earthen vessels. All right. It says, verse 16, "Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you, that ye should go and bring forth fruit, that your fruit shall remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you. These things I command you, that ye love one another." All right. And in those times, you're actually going to see who's your brother. Who's gonna go that extra mile for you. Who's gonna be there to help you up. You're gonna see those. All these things is gonna be played out. Just like the account with Yahweh Shai and Peter. Yahweh Shai was being buffeted and grabbed up. And they had a corner space between he could see Peter and what? Peter denied him. Peter denied him, and what? Man, he was confounded. He was real confounded at that point. This is verse 18. "If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me first." Salakia. "If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you." So hey, the Lord, the world hated Yahweh Shai before it hated us, because what? He wasn't conformed to this world, he wasn't conformed to the previous world. Why? Because it was a whole bunch of nigga shit going on. You know, just getting straight to the point. A whole bunch of nigga shit. Jake didn't want to take heed to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. That's why they hated him. You know, everything that we're saying today applied to the former times. You know, this is verse 19. It says, "If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you." You know. Verse 20. Verse 20, it says, "Remember the word that I said unto you. The servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, the only begotten Son, the one that's on the right-hand side of the Most High, if they persecuted him, it says they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me." So it all boils down because what? These people don't know Yahweh. They don't know the Most High. You know, they profess in their hearts that they love him, all right? But what? Truly, their hearts are far away from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, you know? Because if they did, this wouldn't have to be put in effect, you know? Everybody would be right, all right? But what? That's not the case. That's not the case that was set up, all right? But what? It all boils down to only a certain men. Those men that's really going to be getting defamed and spoken evil of is the true men of the Lord. All right? And they put up these other camps upon CNN. But, man, these Edomites are not stupid. These Edomites not stupid. Now, had they went and put a great millstone camp up, there's more fruit. You know, there's more fruit to come in. There's more elect seeing it, you know. Because what? It's going to resonate with the elect spirit once they hear it, you know. These people are not bringing, although they have the basics, you know, that, yeah, we're Hebrew Israelites, but what? They want to sum us all up and say, we're black Hebrew Israelites. No. You know, that goes to show you that these other camps, hey, y'all going to be trodden down too, you know. But what? The true men of the Lord is going to stand, all right? Through it all, the true men of the Lord are going to stand. Y'all going to be trodden down, you know? That basically tells you didn't waste your damn time when you actually could have been in the world, you know? Because what? You people are not all the way with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, all right? Only the elect is. So this is Revelation chapter 14 and verse 4. It says, "These are they which were not defiled with women," all right? And the women is speaking of the philosophies and the ways of this world. It says, "For they are virgins," all right? It says, "These are they which follow the Lamb, Yahushua, whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High and unto the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of the Most High." All right, so the elect men, we from the foundation, they have always been with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, you know. The elect have always been with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, always walk with Yahushua, and what? In their mouths, though we're going to be defamed and all these, man, we're going to be highly persecuted, what? In their mouth is not before the throne of Yahweh. The Lord is the ultimate judge. So before his throne, we're going to be found with no guile, you know, without fault. So we're basically, Lord willing, you know, if I be the elect, hey, we're going to be found blameless and without spot, you know, point blank period. So, man, with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, and rule well, and much peace, safety, and blessings to the hopeful elect throughout the four winds, pushing this truth in sincerity and diligence. Hey, brothers, keep pushing. The times of persecution are at hand at a heavy rate, on a high scale, but what? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is always going to be there to what? Get us through it, you know? So with that, hey, brothers, keep pushing. Till next time, shalom.